she speaks English fluent, or she speaks English fluently. Can you spot what's the difference? You might use them wrong. This tiny mistake is one of the most common problems English learners face. And if adjective and adverbs still feel confusing, this lesson can make the difference finally clear. If English grammar sometimes feels confusing because two words look almost identical but behave completely differently, adjectives and adverbs are probably part of the problem. The good news is that the difference is actually much simpler than it first appears. In this video, we are going to break it down in a clear and practical way. So, instead of memorizing complicated grammar rules, the difference can be recognized naturally when reading, writing, and speaking English. Let's begin. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or gives information about a person, place, thing, or idea. Think of an adjective as a word that answers questions such as what kind, which one, what is it like? For example, in the sentence, she bought a beautiful dress. The word beautiful is an adjective because it describes the noun dress. So, whenever a word is giving information about a noun, an adjective is often the word doing the job. Meanwhile, adverbs work differently. An adverb can describe a verb, an adjective, another adverb, or sometimes an entire sentence. It can be said that adverb is not only attached to one thing, but nouns, because the one who describes the noun is adjective. In beginner English, the most useful thing to remember is that adverbs often tell us how an action happens. For example, in the sentence, she sings beautifully. The word beautifully describes the verb sings. It tells us how she sings. Got it? It's easy, right? So the basic idea of both of adjective and adverb is simple. Adjectives describe nouns, while adverbs often describe actions. That single distinction already solves a large number of common mistakes. One of the easiest ways to recognize an adjective is to look at the word immediately after it, or ask what the word is describing. Adjectives are very commonly placed before nouns. We might say that something is interesting, expensive, difficult, beautiful, small, or important. These words describe things, people, or ideas. For example, he lives in a quiet neighborhood. The word quiet is an adjective because it describes the noun neighborhood. But adjectives do not always appear directly before nouns. They can also appear after linking verbs, such as be, seem, look, feel, and become. Many learners are taught a very simple rule. Add ly to an adjective and it becomes an adverb. Well, yeah, sometimes that works perfectly. But it is not a rule that works for every adverb. Words such as quickly and quietly are easy to recognize because of the ly ending. However, some very common adverbs do not end in ly at all. This is why focusing only on the ending can create problems. For example, consider the sentence, she works hard. The word hard is an adverb because it describes the verb works. It tells us how she works. So remember, ly can be a useful clue, but it is not the definition of an adverb. If this lesson helped make adjectives and adverbs a little clearer, keep practicing. Keep listening to English and keep noticing how these words are used in real sentences. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson.